Good afternoon, viewers. News SKANJA is back to meet you with a series of information that happened this week. With me, Aulia Sanji, with the most current, sharp, and reliable news. Immediately, we get to the news that the first, still about the condition of the COVID-19 virus, which is now increasingly widespread. Not a few casualties in this case. Sad news come from one of the residents in Sidoarjo sub-district who died from the COVID-19 virus.
The sad news comes from a family member in Pojok Hamlet Guna Village, Sidoarjo sub-district on Januari 30, 2021 at around 4:30 a.m. From a number of information obtained, the deceased died due to exposure to the COVID-19 virus and already had a history of congenital illness, namely diabetes. The deceased was first untreated at the local hospital, but unlucky the deceased's life could not be saved. Around 5:30 a.m., the team from the Sidoarjo Community Health Center come to the place to take care of the corpse. In situations like this, residents around the place of grief are prohibited from mourning because of the COVID-19 outbreak. Local residents pray for the deceased from home. Not only that, the family he left behind is now in independent isolation.
The COVID-19 pandemic has had a huge impact in various fields, one of which is in the field of junior high school education in the Jatisrono sub-district.
The COVID-19 pandemic has been going on for 9 months. This condition causes limited social activities. People are required to stay at home. This of course also has an impact on the world of education, which requires teaching and learning activities to be carried out online via cell phones because schools are temporarily closed. One example in a school in the Jatisrono area is SMPN 1 Jatisrono, which looked deserted because it was closed since the spread of the coronavirus in Indonesia. But at the beginning of 2021, SMPN 1 Jatisrono was about to be opened to start face-to-face learning. But it is unfortunate that this plan was delayed due to the growing pandemic. For this reason, students are forced to carry out distance learning. Only teachers who still enter the work-from-home system to carry out teaching and learning activities.
Not only in junior high school, but the same thing happened to elementary school in the Slogoimo sub-district.
The Central Java provincial government has decided to postpone reopening schools to resume face-to-face teaching and learning activities. The postponement follows the instruction of the Governor of Central Java, Ganjar Pranowo, as is done at the Ar-Rahman Public Elementary School, Slogoimo Sub-District. Learning is done online and doing all activities at home.
Still in a series of PSBB or PPKM programs from the government, PPKM which makes a number of places close. Places that are usually busy are deserted.
Market is one of the
Something as
unique
the
culinary
Doplang
market
Market
in
in
Slogoimo
Slogoimo sub-district, which is
Minggu
quiet
Village.
due to the implementation of PPKM.
This culinary market presents the nuances of a village market in the past which are now rarely found. You can feel the village nuance when you enter the market area. But there is no change in. The market that was on busy has now become deserted because it was forced to close. The market was closed to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Now the market looks unkempt and some of the stalls that are simply met are also starting to break down. Not only that, due to market closure is making trader and resident income around becomes reduced.
We turn to the next information. Development is in a number of places in the Jatiroto sub-district after the following commercial break. Welcome back on SKANJA News. In the Bangkok Village, Jatiroto sub-district is currently making effort to repair route to smoothly transportation routes.
Thursday, January.
The roads in Jatiroto district have not all been repaired. The road leading to the region's corners still look damaged. One of them is the road in Bengal Village, which is a bit unsettling for residents because it is often the cause of people's vehicle tires to leak. Not only that, the road damage also caused transportation routes to be obstructed. Damage to the road in the Bengal Village is caused by rainwater that often flows on the road and heavy vehicles that often pass through the road. In response to this, the residents of Bengal Village are currently making efforts to work together to improve the road to make transportation easier.
The renovation of the Iyaudin Mosque was carried out in Guna Village, Jatiroto sub-district. This development was carried out in order to provide more proper facilities along with the information.
Thursday, January 21, 2021, in Guna Village, Jatiroto sub-district is currently carrying out mutual cooperation to repair the Iyaudin Mosque. This mutual cooperation is carried out with the aim of increasing comfort when worshipping at the mosque due This mutual cooperation is carried out with the aim of increasing comfort when worshipping at the mosque due to the large number of mosque worshippers who come. Even though it is still in the COVID-19 pandemic, this does not hinder the community enthusiasm to create a comfortable and clean village mosque and increase the number of congregants to come to pray at the mosque. The mutual cooperation activities in Guna Village are carried out by the community with the comment of the local athlete, by bringing cleaning tools from their respective homes. It is hoped that mutual cooperation activities like this will not only be carried out during renovation, but can be carried out every week, so as to increase the sense of kinship among residents and create a clean and comfortable environment.
The next news comes from the sub-village of Jatipurno sub-district, Wonogiri Regency, which has an agricultural extension center. The following information for you.
In Panggil Hamlet, Jatipurno sub-district, Wonogiri Regency, there is an agricultural extension center located in the vicinity of residential areas. The agricultural extension center is coordinated by Mr. Tularno STP. Here there are various kinds of vegetable, for example kale, chilies, spinach, and others. The Agricultural Center also opened an agribusiness consultation clinic which was run by the District Extension Center, free of charge. The services provided include technical consultation on post-harvest cultivation processing of agricultural commodities, consulting on pests and disease, and advice on management or agribusiness management. This agricultural commodity analysis service is open every Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., while Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. With the assistance of this agricultural extension center, farmers can consult on agricultural problems they experience without having to pay.
We turn to the next news about agricultural in the district of Slogoimo. The following coverage.
The condition of rice field in the Slogoimo sub-district is currently being planted with rice.
Kondisi persawahan pada pertanian di Kecamatan Slogoimo saat ini telah ditanami padi. Di musim penghujan ini, yang cocok untuk petani.
We turn to the next information, namely the situation in the village of Kunchen, Jatipurno sub-district is due to the natural weather after the following interlude. Thank you for being with us on SKANJA News. The impact of the heavy rain accompanied by the wind resulted in a number of places in the village of Kunchen, Jatipurno sub-district being closed temporarily.
4 p.m. coincides in the village of Kunchen, Jatipurno sub-district, Wonogiri. There has been heavy rain accompanied by strong winds. Rain and strong winds causing the road to become slippery, fallen trees that block the road. Finally, the road is temporarily closed, and there was a flood of fevers. Fortunately, when there has heavy rain and strong winds, there were no casualties. The next day, the residents of the Kunchen village participated to clean the place, which was inundated by water due to heavy rain at 4 yesterday afternoon. The puddle was gradually cleaned by a local resident. When this resident have started cleaning the streets that are inundated by water and throwing away the mud carried by the heavy rainfall in the afternoon yesterday. The residents worked together to clean the environment so that it looked clean again. The community clears the land on the edge of the road and throw it away. After the soil who was on the street, it is increasingly disappearing. Now residents take turns to cut down fallen trees and block the road. Kunchen villagers bring logs that are in the middle of the road to be pulled over, so as not to disrupt traffic and be able to do activities as before. Currently, the road is still closed, so as not there were victims due to the land that was washed away by heavy rain yesterday. Currently, young children are prohibited from leaving the house first because it is still too vulnerable to let small children play outside the house. The water and soil on the street are not completely clean, therefore residents anticipate not to leave the house first until the condition is completely recovered.
Fish farming, which is one of the things that are of interest during this pandemic, as was done by our resident in Jatiroto sub-district.
The Catfish Enlargement cultivation, which is located in Copenhagen Jatiroto sub-district, which has been running for 2 years, has many ponds containing thousands of catfish. The type of catfish that is cultivated is the Sangkuriang type catfish. The Sangkuriang catfish is widely cultivated because it has several advantages, among others, fast growth, disease resistant, many laying eggs, high production, easy pets, and good quality. Cultivation of harvested catfish every 3 to 4 months. Catfish that are old enough will be sold to be marketed. The beginning of this catfish farming business was due to the increasing income and utilizing empty land near the house. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, it further improved the quality of catfish farming, said Mas Agus, manager of Catfish Farming.
For the news from Japan Style, tourist attraction preciously in the village of Mojodono Kidul, Sidoarjo sub-district, following the coverage.
Indonesia has a lot of wealth ranging from natural resources and beautiful tourist attraction. In the Wonogiri area, to be precise in the village of Mojodono Kidul, Sidoarjo, Wonogiri, there is a tourist attraction for the Samurai Museum, which has been established since March 2020. The name Samurai corresponds to the number of 1,000 marks in the museum. Previously, Samurai Museum was crowded with visitors, but the situation looked lonely since the coronavirus and government recommendations regarding health protocols, one of which is not to crowd and stay at home. Because of this, the museum was closed for a while and was opened in mid-December 2020. Januari 7, 2021, the museum was closed again due to an increase in coronavirus cases in Indonesia before finally reopening.
We move on to the next tourist spot in the forest, namely the South Lavo Protection Forest. The following is the coverage for you.
Protected forest named South Lavo, which coincides in the village of Giridojo, Jatipuno sub-district, Wonogiri. This forest is located about 500 meters from residential areas. The southern Lavo forest has an area of about 200 hectares. Most of the trees planted in the South Lavo forest are pine trees. The pine tree look beautiful when you look at it. Not only pine trees are in the South Lavo forest. In the forest, photo rental, camping, and waterfall access are provided. In the future, a bell tower will be built, which can be used by visitors to see a view from altitude. The air there is very cool, not too hot, not too cold. A pleasing sight does not make visitors or the public bored.
We turn to information about health support, namely fruits. In Jatistono sub-district, Wonogiri Regency, there is a papaya fruit cultivation. The following is the coverage for you.
Papaya are a fruit originating from South America and growing widely in Indonesia. Papaya plants can grow well in the lowlands to the highlands. Papaya plants can grow and produce height in soil rich in organic matter. One of them is papaya in the Jatistono Rajasati Kambu area, which can grow at an altitude of 500 to 1,000 meters and can grow in various conditions. Papaya plants that get a lot of sunlight will flower faster and bear fruit. The fruit will ripen faster and be sweeter. Papaya plants have 3 types of flower, namely male flower, female flower, and perfect flowers. Perfectly flowering plants have fruit that consumers prefer because the flesh is thicker and the fruit has better shape. How to plant and care for it is not difficult. The materials needed when planting papaya are papaya seeds, soil, manure, and trichoderma. Papaya seeds are planted in the field. After 30 to 40 days, they grow with the characteristic of having 5 to 8 leaves. The land is cleared of weeds mechanically or chemically. Then the land is processed so that the soil becomes loose again. The method of the name is prepare the seed. Put the seeds in polybag with a depth of 1 cm. Water every day. At the age of 2 weeks, the papaya seeds have started to germinate. After entering the age of 3 months, papaya seeds can be transferred to be planting medium. In the Kamborojosari area, papaya trees are usually harvested at the age of 9 to 14 months and marketed at a price of 6,000 rupees to 12,000 rupees per fruit depending on the size.
This news also closes our meeting in this SKANJA news. I am Aulia Sandi and the crew who here on that day resign. See you!